Urgent America's team fan! Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news, and don't forget to turn on notifications. So, you don't miss anything. Cowboys' 3 issues lead to controversial CB signing. Decision: inarguably, major questions are about to be dealt with by the Dallas Cowboys regarding their heading into the 2025 season. Can Darren Bland, who only had half of a season in 2024, starting the year on injured reserve, return to playmaking form? Can Trevon Diggs, as continues to recover from a knee injury, ever be what he once was? Can Kaiir Elam, the first-round bust acquired in trade from Buffalo, ever be what he's never been? These 3 issues naturally lead to Cowboys Nation being willing to say maybe to every Seminame player who comes available. And we've got a franchise notorious for giving players second chances. Second Chance Valley Ranch is the phrase we coined years ago, and we've got suggestions that the Cowboys could be a landing spot for former Las Vegas Raiders defensive back Jack Jones. The Raiders just released Jones after a lackluster showing last season, and a general scheme change incoming with Pete Carroll becoming the new head coach. What's the upside? Jones posted career bests in tackles 69 and interceptions 3, ending his tenure as one of the most productive players by some measures from the Raiders coach Antonio Pierce regime. What's the downside? There are 3 of them, too. 1. His 698 yards and 9 touchdowns allowed in coverage remain a glaring negative for any team willing to take him on. 2. The former Patriots 4th-rounder is but 5'11" and 175 pounds. At that relatively diminutive size, a guy had better be dominant, as a playmaker has not. And 3. Jones has a troubled behavioral history. He's been convicted of burglary. He's been arrested for carrying loaded guns in the airport. He is to put a crisp frame around it, one of those missing curfew kind of guys. Oh, and he's 27. Professionalism and maturity should have taken hold by now. The truth is, the central reason the Raiders picked him up after New England dumped him is because Pierce was his high school and college coach. The uncertainty around Diggs and the other aforementioned concerns are real, but it doesn't mean Dallas has to panic its way to a dumb move. Under new coach Brian Schottenheimer, Dallas is shooting for upgrades in character and chemistry. Jack Jones' rap sheet tells us he's not worth an experiment here. Pausing this news, just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest America's team news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Cowboys Breece Hall trade rumor tied to Ashton Jeanty. In NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys are coming off an awful 2024 campaign, and in that regard, they have a great deal in common with the New York Jets. Both franchises are also both under new coaching leadership. With Brian Schottenheimer, the new boss in Dallas, and with Aaron Glenn now in charge in New York, Dallas has already made 2 deals in NFL free agency by signing Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, but it's an open secret that the Cowboys want to use this NFL draft to find a starting running back. Not in round 1 maybe, but somewhere. Is there another connection? Jets former 2nd-round pick Breece Hall, the lead back in New York, since he was taken as part of the team's 2022 NFL draft class, is considered by some at 23 a potential breakout star. So why New York ever move him? The problem is he is eligible for an extension this offseason and will be a free agent after the 2026 season, and New York doesn't to pay him. So there is Jets buzz about a running back by committee approach there, and there is even buzz about New York using pick no .72. Take Ashton Jeanty, the Boise State superstar. One rumor: if the Jets draft Jeanty, they'll move on a Breece trade. Hall is scheduled to make just $3.3 million this year, a bargain in our minds. He is projected by SpotRack to eventually get a 4-year contract at $7 million per year, not out of whack in our minds. Dallas can be linked to Hall here as long as New York is essentially giving him away. That is, the Cowboys shouldn't forfeit a premium pick, but there is a timing issue here. During the mad scramble of draft weekend, is there enough level-headedness in the Dallas war room to monitor what the Jets are doing, B, measure who Dallas might draft, and C, make a balanced bid to steal Hall from the Jets? Connecting the dots, Dallas could trade for Hall, set him up as the featured back, and then either sign him to an extension or make this a one-year rental that results in a compensatory pick down the line. Cowboys COO Stephen Jones is vowing to use all avenues to roster build, and while we admit that the most likely scenario has Dallas drafting a back in round 2 or below, we would suggest that winning a trade for a budding star running back is a pretty good avenue on which to travel, and that the Breece Hall situation in New York is worth monitoring. Cowboys Joe Milton trade, graded by ESPN's Adam Schefter. The Dallas Cowboys found quarterback depth in Joe Milton III thanks to a trade with the New England Patriots. Dallas also acquired a 7th-round pick in exchange for a 5th, more or less evening out to 6th-round capital. Fans of the Patriots may have had disagreements with the trade after first notice, given Milton's inexperience and extremely high ceiling, but NFL insider Adam Schefter assures the trade has benefits for both organizations. Schefter appeared on Monday's episode of the Pat McAfee Show explaining Milton's situation with the Pats. "I think Joe Milton was given permission to seek a trade," Schefter said. "I think that he recognized that Drake May was there, and they went out and signed Josh Dobbs as a veteran. Milton was falling in line to being a third stringer, but believes he possesses better traits than that, so sought out a fresh start." For Dallas, they were already losing Cooper Rush and Trey Lance in free agency, with just Will Grier left in the QB room with Dak Prescott. It was obvious the Cowboys would be scanning the market or planning to pick a mid-round quarterback in the NFL draft. Milton becomes available and Jerry Jones picks him up. Simple as that. The deal makes even more sense for Dallas when Milton only commands $5 million over the next 3 seasons. For the New England Patriots, they felt like, okay, this kid wants to move on. We've got a new coaching staff. They didn't pick him. Well, send him on his way. "It kind of works for everybody," Schefter said. "It is understandable if the Patriots receive backlash from fans who disagree. Giving up on a talent," Schefter said, "had enough potential to be the #1 overall pick in the draft. But if New England is settled on Drake May as QB1, they weren't going to find any reps for Milton and did right by helping him find a new home." The investment is a developmental play for the Cowboys with relatively no risk involved. How New England's quarterback play pans out going forward will determine Schefter's take on the deal working out for both sides. In the meantime, that still points to Dallas winning this win-win trade. And now, America's team fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for your team. I'll be back any moment with more America's team news. How about them Cowboys?